the clock. Nothing more demoralizing for a defense than seeing the opposing quarterback take a knee. And that should do it. Our final tally in this one, 20-7, Fighting Irish. Let's get Kirk Herbstreit's final thoughts on this one. Herbie, what do you got for us?
I thought this would have been a little closer than the scoreboard indicates. Maybe that says something about how good a game they played. Notre Dame could have just as easily found themselves on the other end of the score. That's how even these two teams were coming in. But they played the better game today and should be very happy about the win.
EA Sports congratulates this young man for his fine performance and his award for Player of the Game. For the Fighting Irish, today's win puts them in the prestigious 10-win category for the season. And for the Yellow Jackets, this loss puts their record at 10-4 on what has been overall a successful season.
All right, pretty good game here that really started off as a defensive struggle, but I was able to kind of turn it up in the second half. If you check out the scoring summary, you'll see no one scored in the second half. It was 0-0 in the second half, and all of the points in this game came in the third quarter. So obviously playing Georgia Tech, you know they run the option. I wasn't really trying to have a lot of that, so I basically stayed in goal line for most of the game. That said, my senior cornerback, this is obviously his last game, had a decent game, threw 2 picks, and the first one was a good play on the defense. The second one was really bad, and it was my fault, where I tried to user control the wide receiver, and you guys will see that in a bit. But he was able to throw 2 touchdowns, which really came up big for us. And obviously, as you can see, I was able to establish the run game, luckily. Again, Georgia Tech running that option offense, they don't really throw the ball much. And when they did, they didn't have a lot of success doing it. And also, their quarterback did have a pick. But then you can see the running game. This guy went off. He had a couple really good carries. But for the most part, I was able to stop the option. And that's kind of how I held them to 7 points for this game. You check out some of the highlights from the first half of the game. Again, the whole first half, no points, really good defense. I can show you the first pick that I threw. I had the ball. It was putting together a halfway decent drive, but again, I made a pass where I felt like I could fit the ball in there, and it ended up getting picked off. So, I see my receiver here coming across. I thought I might be able to fit the ball in if I led him to the sideline, but he tries to make the diving catch, and that's an easy pick for the CPU. That said, came right back. They had a pretty nice run here, actually, for 20 yards, again, on the option. Quarterback almost took it to the house, but I was able to stop him. And the very next play, he's going to come back and that's the sack. A couple plays later, actually, he's going to come back and make a pretty bad pass in the double coverage. I don't really know. He's trying to throw it to his receiver up there. Easy pick for me. And also a pretty nice return to give me some decent field position. That said, I wasn't able to really capitalize on it either. you take a look at the first score of the game, as you can see, I was able to move the ball. I got the ball into the red zone. My receiver ran a great route, and he was able to get wide open and get in for the touchdown. Luckily, that was the first score of the game. Then, they're going to come right back, and they drove all the way down the field. And again, once you get down on the goal line, it's pretty much impossible to stop that option. But here, he just hands it off to the fullback and runs it in for the touchdown. The next score was actually a kick return for a touchdown that I super simmed, which was great. It was good to get that kick return when I really needed it. And the final touchdown of the game, which was probably the best play of the game, I had single coverage. I have a freshman wide receiver. He's about 6'4". He's got really good jumping ratings, but like I said, I kind of put the ball where only he could get it. And you can see the big receiver is going to go up and get the ball for the touchdown. But other than that, you take a look at some of the team stats here. Again, very even game, actually. I was able to pull away a little bit towards the end. As you can see, they dominated the run game, and I dominated the passing game, only allowing them 43 yards. But other than that, it was a great win for my team just to win the Orange Bowl.